Hey there, adventurers, Neon here, and welcome back to Let's Play the Outer Worlds with Sam Smart, the low intelligence, high strength person, I guess. Last time we got here to Edgewater. We got a drink here at the cantina in Edgewater, and found out that we have pretty much no money. And we spent the little money we had on dehydrated water tablets. And so now it's kind of late, so I think we really need to find a place to go to sleep if we can. I don't know if this cantina place would have any place to do that, or oh, that's the bathroom. That's not where we want to go. I saw that there was a bed on the ship. I don't know if we want to go all the way back out to the ship, though. That piano is playing itself. That's impressive. Alright, as everybody else is drinking in the bar, I'm just trying to find a place to sleep. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to be up here. This is definitely like living quarters space. If we can sleep in the bed, well, I mean, why not? Nobody says that we couldn't, so let's go to sleep then. Let's sleep for about 8.5 hours. Resting in a bed is relaxing and moves time forward. In supernova difficulty, you can only rest in your bed on your ship. Well, as you can see, that's not true, but what we can see is that it is a beautiful morning. Got the sun rising over there, over the town. We still need to find this Saltuna that everybody keeps talking about. But maybe we can go and sell some stuff to somebody to get a bit more of that. Because we're also already slightly thirsty again. So what is this? The general store. Maybe this will... There's some Saltuna. Will you sell me this?
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe Saltuna.
Ah, shucks.
All I've got is gourmet.
Well, gourmet Saltuna sounds pretty good still. I need to fix a ship. You know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Ooh. Big guy. Okay. Let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
And then, will you actually buy some of the stuff I have? See, I don't need guns, so we can get rid of those. I don't need ammo, so we can get rid of those. I like having the hammer more than the knife, so we'll sell those as well. And I've already got mining gear equipped, so we can sell those. Right. Now how about that Saltuna? Spacer's Chaw. He freaking lied to me. He doesn't have any Saltuna for sale. What the heck? What's a man gotta do to get some dang Saltuna? Well, at least we should have some more money. Where is our bits? 81? Jeez. That's pretty aggressive. But we do have a can of gourmet Saltuna that we picked up elsewhere, so I think we can go ahead and eat that. Saltuna, a special blend of herbs and spices packed in oil and loaded with sodium. Just like they eat in Byzantium. Alright. Must be good, right? Okay. I'll forget the fact that you didn't have any Saltuna to actually sell, and we'll walk out of here. Sound good? Good. Okay, so everybody keeps telling me I need to talk to Reed Thompson.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Alright.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
Alright. Need to talk to Reed Thompson because he can get me a power thingy-majig for the ship. So let's go do that. This must be it. This is the big building with the tower up top. Let's hop in here and see then, eh? Hello. Hey, this looks like a thing that has Ada on it. We'll do what I've always done and just mash buttons. That is a lot of words. I do not want to read that. If I even can read that, I don't know. Hello? Alright, let's go. Whee!
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Hello?
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
I think we might be getting
open
along.
in the oven because she's set to cook Saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson, I think there's someone here to see you.
Hi.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting Saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Hello? Don't mean to butt in,
Seems
but...
we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
Uniform? What are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
I do not work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power part.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one.
Great.
And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Well, that's also good news. Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him.
Oh, God.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Okay. That's a lot to ask of a stranger.
You're the first stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happens without reason.
You're a man of faith?
I do not attend the good vicar's sermons as often as I should, but yes, I am a scientician, born and raised. And my faith tells me that hard work and difficulty fortify our spirit. Well, this is hard work I ask of you, but there is a reward at the end of it.
What's so special about this plant?
The geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste.
Can't you send one of your own people to the plant?
I'm afraid I can't spare the workers. We're strapped for bodies as it is. And there is a small element of personal danger.
I can take care of myself.
I appreciate your gallantry. You deserve my honesty, and so I will be plain with you. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
You mean marauders? Based on everybody that's been talking to me about my outfit, they don't seem to hold them in very high regard.
The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
Okay, how can I help with that then?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could... I'm finally getting a friend. I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Okay, let's get going. Alright, we've got a new C&P, new manager seminar, talking about companions. They provide combat support, their skills enhance our skills, they increase the carrying capacity, and we can unlock special abilities with companions. Companions are just overall really, really dang useful. So, that's nice. Let's talk to our new friend here for a second.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Okay, that's fair. Let's go downstairs then, shall we? This thing does this cool thing where the door closes and then we're on a different level. It's pretty fun. Watch. Whee! She doesn't seem too impressed by it. Okay, now, is this a good place to talk?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before
All
we
right,
talk.
fair enough.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk?
Yeah, that's exactly what we were trying to do.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
What he said seemed pretty straightforward to me.
Sure, it all comes together seamless in his own head. And I reckon he means well, for all that. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
How well did you know the deserters? You work with them, you're friends, or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Did you know this Adelaide person?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Okay. Where do I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
Okay, we'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Sounds like good advice, Parvati. We'll do that. Parvati's awesome, by the way. Voice actor's good, her whole character arc is good, which we will be doing as well, just as a preamble. Won't spoil anything for anybody that hasn't played through the game or has watched any Let's Plays of the game, but Parvati's a good character.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Okay.
Boss's orders. We all got full.
So this looks pretty clean to me. So I wonder if this is what she was talking about. Is this it, Parvati? I'm going to take that as a yes.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
It is very clean. Wow. Sparkly. Okay. Are you Max? Hello? Oh, he's one of those smart people, isn't he, Parvati? He's writing.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Ooh, tossball. How did you know I'm an outsider? Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geothermal plant?
That seems well within your expertise.
The way we do it's by cutting off power to the others. The ones who left.
Adelaide McDevitt's encampment. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Can Parvati get that treated by a Sawbones?
I see today we'll be conversing without metaphors. I'd guess her condition is incurable. It's unlikely to be fatal, but she may feel more heartache than most.
Could you maybe stop talking about me like I'm some kind of weird bug?
So what do you advise, then?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Let's see here. Is that even possible then?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I've been outside. I'm not impressed. I can handle myself better than a vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
Handsome? What kind of weirdness you all into here?
What? You seem the perfect type to go blindly into the wild on a suicidal quest.
These dialogue
I'm looking
options
for
are
a
great.
journal, a handwritten book, with the name M. Bokonu on the cover. I'll pay you to find it.
Alright, I'll look for your book, I guess.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna read
If you
it.
retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okay. Well, happy with that, Pavardi? What do you think?
Something you need?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
I'm sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Wait, so the minute she thought of having a kid, they put her down on the they put it down on her permanent record?
What? No, conception isn't... Has nobody ever taught you about this?
Oh, goodness. Okay, well, we'll talk later. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So now we have a couple quests available to us now in our journal. We've got the small grave matter where we need to collect different fees. We've got looking for a book. And, you know, the whole divert the power and all that stuff. Now that we're around here, though, I guess we might as well just look around a bit in the in town and see if we can't collect some of these fees before the sun goes down. So we also just need to get money. We need to get money so that we can eat and drink. So we still only have 81. We have a decent amount of food here. We got 2 bags of bread, a mock apple, with real mock apple, with real mock taste, excuse me, and a bunch of nanners. Fresh means good. Okay. And some fish sticks. So we're pretty good on food. We just don't have much to drink.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Just keep working. Work fortifies the spirit.
So one of them, the guy said, was at the barber shop. So let's see if we can hop in there. Maybe we can get a haircut.
Don't go knocking your work.
Let's see. Emerald Vale Barbershop.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Also just going to drop a manual save because I haven't done that in a second. Hello there.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Listening to you makes my head hurt.
This is what happens when you eat with your fingers. I'm Conrad.
How else am I
You will
supposed to
report
eat?
to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Prepare my remains for what?
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
Speaking of burials, Silas sent me to collect your fees.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Huh? I don't understand a word you said.
I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
You have a very loose... No. That's some quality drama.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give Silas an IOU?
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I don't have time for this. Let's see if we can just get him to...
What can I do for you?
Look, I just need...
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, never mind. Alright, so we didn't collect any fees from him. So that's a bit of a bummer. Looks like the next place we can go is somewhere in this house. Martin Abernathy. This is the guy that was a special case, as it was. And actually, I kinda don't care for all of the floating markers. So let's take those off. Can I do that? Waypoint markers. Take them off.
It's Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Hello.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
Where? Where?
Wait a second. I heard marauders don't talk much. You can talk just fine. Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
I heard you muttering to yourself.
Didn't nobody ever tell you to never impress yourself between a man and his muttering?
Nope.
Which is, by the way, a normal and healthy mode of expression.
Okay. I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Freelancing? Why do you think I'm a freelancer?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it. Wasn't trying to insult you.
Why would I be insulted?
Was just you ain't one of us. A spacer, I mean. Stands to reason you got no company looking after you. Not your fault, though. Even freelancers gotta eat. And if that means they must scratch some bits out of odd jobs, who am I to judge them? At least you're not a deserter.
I guess that's fair.
So does that mean you're for hire? I could use the help if you could use the work.
Well, I do like to eat and drink. Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Okay.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
What's this whole community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Great. Alright, I'll leave you be then. You have anything to drink? If you want to put an advance on my payment, I could use something to drink. No? Alright then. Yeah, because I just don't have anything to sell. Do I have any junk? I do have a little bit of junk. I could sell that stuff.
Making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Who, me? Why?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
No. He's a hippo what?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Alright, Abernathy's paying me for my trouble. Can you match it?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
Okay, I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Alright. Whatever will get me more Saltuna, am I right, Parvati? She doesn't seem to have many opinions. Alright, it is definitely getting dark now. The moon is out. Let's go and see if we can at least buy one more drink.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Well, I mean, I like to drink water and stuff to survive, Parvati. What do you mean? And what does it matter if I like to drink?
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
That is the plan, Amelia. I'll have a drink.
Coming right up.
More dehydrated water, just plain and pure water. Still 40 bits. We're gonna spend all of our money again on a couple drinks. Yikes. So let's buy 2. We're back to having just 1 bit, essentially. Alright. Let's chat a bit more
You
with her.
tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice.
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
What if I told you I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
Ah, shucks, I was one drink short, I guess. I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in the hills, on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some 0G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these four walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
Yeah, Reed mentioned the deserters.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
Alright, I'll be on my way. Right, so another part of this the whole story is, I don't know if you could tell, but it's starting to set up a bit of a dissenters versus the board type of relationship with a lot of different people here. Because you have the people that are going to try and stay loyal to these companies and these corporations because they've really internalized the kind of working conditions, the kind of stuff that they have to put up with. They've kind of internalized all that and see that as the right way to do things. And inevitably, we're going to face a lot of different times where we find people that are going against the board to try and, live a better life, essentially. And now, obviously, anybody that's able to rub two brain cells together would try to oppose the board and all these corporations because these living conditions are pretty awful, and the working conditions are pretty awful as well. But Sam Smart here does not exactly live up to his name, and he'll probably end up getting roped in a bit by the board stuff because he's just not exactly that bright. But which is another way that this playthrough is going to differ a little bit from my other playthroughs. But let's see what we got here. It looks like we got some stuff we can take and potentially sell. Alright, can we jump back over that? Well, we might as well go ahead and drink the stuff that we got. Because our drink meter, our hydration meter has gone way down. So let's drink those 2 waters, top that up, and let's have a mock apple. Yum. And with the time it is, let's go ahead and go to sleep, I guess. Or wait, Parvati, do you have a house anywhere? Let's go see if Parvati will let us stay at her place instead of sneakily crashing in some random room at the top of the cantina. That
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. Is this your house? Nope. Alright. What about this? The maintenance division. This is where you work, right?
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens.
Oh, it sure is. Okay, so this is your maintenance place. So then is this your house next door? If it is, I mean, it's got all the tools all arranged and set up and everything. Sure might be. It would seem so. It would seem this is Parvati's house. And we're going to just pretend that Parvati told us about this place, said, hey, it's getting late, we should probably turn in and go to sleep here. Sounds good, Parvati. Which room can I use?
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
Oh, they are pretty. Pretty flowers. Can I take this? Alright. That's the bathroom. That's the balcony. There's a bed over in this one, though.
My dad's It's an office. Just my office.
Okay. Let's go to sleep for about 9 hours. See where that puts us. See if it's daytime outside. Good morning, Parvati.
I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare.
Is. Smells like fish. Okay.
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Oh, okay. She's cool with it. Got other stuff that we can have? Do you have food and drink? You have some food. Could
If
actually
you're hungry,
just...
I could open up a can of something.
Oh, well, thanks for the offer there, Parvati. Could really use, just some water or something. But, don't mind if I do. Oh, mock apple juice. That sounds good. We'll have that. And a thing of bread and a bunch of nanos for breakfast. All part of a delicious Spacer's Choice breakfast. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, well, now that everybody should be awake, should be able to check on a couple other people for their fees, eh? Also explore what's all around here in the city. Oh my goodness. All this stuff is just free for the taking, is it? Oh, we might need to look around town a little bit more, see if we can find even more loot. I love me some loot. I'm sure Sam does too. What's back here? Trash cans. Ooh, hello. Take those. So even though I've played this game before, one thing that you might notice is I'm trying to...
I'm feeling pretty low these days.
I like to play new characters as if, like, I'm playing through their mind. So I want to try to play without outside knowledge. So operating under the knowledge of what my character has. So even though I know some things...
Not since the vending machine incident.
Vending machine incident.
Welcome. Got my eye on you, girl.
Seems to be a story there. But just to finish my thought, even though I might know where to find the best thing or best equipment or whatever, I'm not going to, you know, act on that unless my character knows about it. So, just as a bit of warning there. Parvati, I thought you said you weren't allowed in here.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Okay. Let's see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Okay. Ooh, Maxwell. That is a good-looking hammer. That's a one-handed melee? Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, let's sell. Let's see. I don't need any of the ammo. So we'll accept that. Getting our bits up to 34. And we don't need any of this junk. 63, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. How is our equipment? Our equipment's fine. Let's do that. So, tell me, Parvati. Oh.
Yeah, huh?
What did you do here?
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Oh, no, not necessarily. Why aren't you allowed in Moreau's store anymore?
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
Did you steal from it or something?
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
We're gonna chuckle.
It's not funny.
It's pretty
right
funny.
About then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
That's pretty funny. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, thank you, Julius. Let's continue on. Let's see. So, small grave matter. That's right. So there's somebody in the cannery that we actually have to talk to. So let's go do that. I don't know what we're going to do to get the stuff from Conrad. I don't
Something
know
got you down?
if we have to talk to him again or what. So there's somebody in the cannery we need to talk to about their fees. This way? Okay. A lot of machinery in here. I must resist the urge to just press all the buttons. Parvati, should I do it? Oh, she's not with me. Okay. Let's see where this person might be. Who was the person's name? Phyllis, maybe? She works as a supervisor. Yeah, Phyllis. Phyllis is who we need. Hello. You know where Phyllis is? Oh, she's a supervisor. Maybe up here? Supervising? Yeah, there she is. Phyllis Granger.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Nope. Gravesite fees. Here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Wait, you said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
That's why they're not the best choice. They're Spacer's Choice. Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are they going to do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would've? You didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Alright, I'll let you get back to work. Yeah, so just another example of how these corporations are pretty awful. They're pretty awful and awfully dumb as well. Oh, these are like the little friends that we saw out there. I could take this stuff and sell it. Oh, goodness. So, wait. If that's what they're putting into there, does that mean the Saltuna isn't exactly tuna? Not that Sam would be smart enough to put those two and two together, but just questioning. Alright, let's get out of here, I suppose. So we don't want to steal or anything like that. Let's at least go tell Silas that we've gotten some things. Or maybe we'll give it another crack at getting it from Conrad? I don't know. Don't know what exactly we're supposed to do about the Conrad thing. Ooh, what's this? Armor parts. That's sure nice. So Conrad the barber here. Let's see if we can get any more stuff. This seems like a pretty odd stain to have here.
What can I do for you?
Look, I just need your fees. Okay. I should go, I guess. What you got going on here? Salmon? I don't know how to read, so I'm going to pretend I give this to Parvati, and she's going to read. Basically tell me what this says. Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer Joyce property. This is going to ruin us. Pawn off his teeth. So I was thinking that we could pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. Ooh, so, it definitely seems like he should have money. Perhaps. Or is that what they use to, you know, get the board to not care about their stuff? Let's see what he has to say about that.
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral?
You know about Eugene? How?
Oh.
Were you snooping around in my things? Or was it just dumb luck? Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
They were probably worth a few bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just here to collect your dues.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Great. All right. Goodbye. We got it. Beautiful. Alrighty. Now we just need one more to collect one more from Ludwig out on the landing pad, and then we're done with that. So hopefully we'll have a bit more money to help with our you know, mortal addiction to food and drink. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about where we're going to stop for this episode. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video. If you have enjoyed the series so far, please like and subscribe. Tell me how I'm doing. Any feedback is very much appreciated. So I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.